I want to thank first of all to all my team and the entire people here making this possible for us as a team together. Any one of you will find its own place, if not in our courses, rather in bringing their imagination to life by just prompting in Biella. Because as I said, now everyone and everybody, from kids to elders, from those who have the skills to those who they don't have the skills, are able to develop software. If you're not stepping now, you're not stepping into the future. And you are going to be grounded in the past.
Hello and welcome back. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for being here with us again. This is Thursday with the Devs. I'm Adam, and today I have with me Robert and Theodore. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hello, Theo.
It's going pretty good. What about you, Adam?
Super. You know, it's summertime and we're getting ready for things to sort of get hopping again in a few weeks. So now's the opportunity to take those big sort of devs and take those ideas and sort of build them up. Yeah. So yes. I think today we're doing a really cool project. We're working on something that's available to a lot of people, in the sense that a lot of times I'll be working on something and I need to know that as I'm doing that one thing, there are multiple things going on in the background. So what we're doing tonight is working on a web app that allows us to have a dashboard where we can see projects that are going on at the same time and see what kind of condition they're in, what state they're in, how far along they've come, as well as allowing my customers or my users or my partners see the stages of those developing applications and websites as well within the dashboard. Yeah. Am I right here? Did I get that right?
Yeah, this is going to be a fan favorite for the affiliates that we have for Biella.
Not just for the affiliates, but basically for anybody that sort of works like a project where they're doing multiple things at the same time, right? But in this particular case, it works well with the affiliate program that we have with Biella, right? And we have an affiliate program available at Biella. If you'd like to take a look at that, it's right on the homepage, and I think it's up in the top right-hand side. Become an affiliate, right? So that's something that allows people. Is it up on the right-hand side, Theo?
1 second, let me pull that up. All right, let's check it out. So we have the affiliates here in the top.
Right above, right at the top there, right?
Yeah, you go to biella.dev and you become affiliate.
Right.
And you can read
affiliates. Look, affiliates work just like those affiliate programs you see on Amazon, you see on anybody, where you pick a product. Every time somebody buys that product, you get a piece. You get a commission based on the sale, right? Just like any affiliate program, in most large organizations these days have affiliate programs. Biella has one as well. I just wanted to mention that because what we're working on tonight actually works for our affiliates, right? So let's go back to the project. Theo, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead and tell us what we're doing.
It's no problem, Adam. So today we're going to be building a dashboard that allows
Well, basically, if you are a company that builds projects for or websites for customers, you're going to want a dashboard that lets them view the current progress of the design of the websites that you're building and give feedback where it's needed, right? You're going to want some place that they could write the message in and write a list basically of the things that need to be changed, that need to be done differently. So that's what we're going to be building today. It's a platform where clients or customers in this case are going to be able to give you feedback on the projects that you're building. And it's also going to have a couple different features that we're kind of excited to bring on the table. We'll see how BL handles them because they're very interesting. So one of them, I'm not going to spoil too much, but one of them is including Stripe into the project in order to purchase feedback, which is actually a pretty new idea that I've never really seen before. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but for me, it's a pretty new one. They'll have like 5 rounds of feedback, which is, I think it's pretty common in the design world, like in web design or graphic design in general. They have like 5 rounds of free included into the price, free modifications that they can do. But after that, it's usually like, I'm done, right? Like the graphic designer will be like, I'm not going to do any more modifications. I've already done enough. Well, in this case, the client can pay for more. They can pay for more.
It makes sense. So how many times have you started working on a project of some sort, any sort, and you start getting feedback? You know, the first time, the second time, the third time you're making those changes. But when this person's in your ear every 10 minutes, change this and change that, there has to be something that makes it worthwhile for the developer or the graphic designer to start making, either to reduce the number of feedback, the amount of feedback he's getting, or for that feedback to have a value attached to it. So after my 5th feedback with the designer, if I want to do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they're going to cost me. And for me to be able to pay for those, it's going to be done through Stripe. Great idea. I love that. I wish a lot of people I worked with had that option available.
And it's going to force customers to actually give good advice from the beginning, because if they see they have only 5 feedback rounds and they have to pay for more, it's not going to be like modify this text to be a little bit higher. It's going to be more major, more significant changes that you'll need to do to the website or the project in this case. So it's going to force the customer to be more, I would say more
precise.
Yeah, more precise.
They want,
exactly.
Right, in what they want out of their design. Nice, great idea. Yeah.
So we got the prompt here, and we actually have 2 customer websites that we're going to fill into the site as a sample. So I'm going to show it to you guys. They're actually really cool. So we got Maison Interiors, and hopefully you guys can see the screen. I haven't really checked.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. So we have a timeless furniture for modern living here website, similar to Rehome in a way. If you guys remember,
it reminds me. Yeah, there's a hint of Rehome in that, right?
Rehome, yeah. Every time I look at any furniture website, I just remember Rehome. They're
and really... we're not being paid by Rehome. This is not a free plug for Rehome, right? It's just that we worked on it last week and it's still fresh in our mind. Yeah. But yes, so this is one of the websites designed, and so this is going to sit in the dashboard where customers can look at it. The owner can look at it and say, make changes to this or make changes to that. Correct?
That is true. Yeah, they'll be able to join or actually enter a password into the dashboard, because they'll not be able to see every project that our company is working on. They'll only be able to see their own project that they paid for.
Fair.
Yeah, so they'll be able to enter a password, which we'll be using Supabase for. Very interesting. Hopefully we get to see, we'll get to show everyone how to connect Supabase to a project like this, because this is pretty much new. And they'll be able to log in with the password and see their project and give feedback.
Well,
So
that
let's
makes sense, right? I don't want to be able to open up the access and see all their projects. I want to have access to just what my project is there. So yes, although this sounds quite simple in theory, it's quite an in-depth kind of project that Biella is going to be working on tonight, isn't it?
It's quite a lengthy one, actually. Yeah, we have a couple prompts to give, and hopefully Biella is able to do all of them very well. And it looks like it's still working here in the background. But yeah, it's a pretty lengthy one. We have a couple prompts to give. I think we have like 7 or 8 of them. I'm not sure exactly.
And all of these are done using Biella. And remember, Biella is available to anybody that wants to use it. The website is biella.dev, right? And go ahead and try it out. If you're new to the channel tonight, I want to remind everybody to take a look at Biella. Try it out. It's you have 5 free prompts available to you once you register on the site. You can see what you can do with 5 free prompts. I mean, 5 free prompts is enough to build a website. It's not going to be a very customized website because it's going to be your information, but 5 free prompts will build for you a fully functional website that afterwards you can build onto your own, right? So after you register for that free trial with Biella, then you can take a look at some of the other options available to you. We have a $26 a month option, a $53 a month option, and we have, if you're a big super customer, not a big super, but I mean, if you're a heavy user and making changes in multiple applications to the website itself, then you might want to go for the bigger, that $450 to $449 option, right? But to try Biella, it's free, right? And my advice, if you're joining us tonight for the first time and you're watching what the guys are doing, hop onto biella.dev, take a look at the site, try it out. It's simple. It's using simple prompting. It's basic. It's natural language prompting. I don't need to know how to code. I don't need to know any sort of specific, technical
terminology.
terms. Yeah, right. I just need to say, design for me my website for my bicycle shop in Dubai, where I'm renting bicycles to people that are visiting Dubai, right? Something very simple. And there you go, right? So, I mean, if like I said, you want to see what the real work that these guys are doing tonight, take a look at biella.dev, because Biella is going to be able to do exactly what we're creating tonight, right?
And genuinely, with the free option here, when you create a new account on Biella, you're able to kind of play into this sort of project manager mentality. I'm not sure how to say it exactly, but this allows you, with 5 prompts, you're kind of allowed to do 5 different, how should I say, 5 different projects. So let's say you have you have a couple businesses in your city or around your area that need a website really badly. You could, from one single prompt, you could create a website similar in design to them, to what their business offers, and you can go to them and be like, hey, I made you a simple website. Do you want me to continue this? Do you want to pay for it? Do you want to, like, I'm not a salesperson, but
a simple demo, right? For free. It's
exactly.
Yes, basically, right? You basically, yes. So with your free registration, you could start 5 free websites for people in your city and go, look, I've started this website for you. Do you like it? You don't even have to say, I'm gonna start it. You can actually show them a started website with all their information put into that using your free prompt. And with that, actually sell it to them if they want it, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Like I said, biella.dev, guys, this is your opportunity. It's always there. We're always working with it. And this is the reason why we work with it. It allows you to do a million things very simply. Biella uses the AI. It uses AI that takes all that sort of that heavy load off of the user now and allows the AI to do it. So this is an example of AI at work. This is an example of you being able to use AI for your own advantage in a very, very simple way, right?
Yep. This is a website. Yeah, you could have completing onto that mentality, that point that I made earlier. this is a website you could bring to a small coffee shop that offers breakfast and coffees. So you could be like, I mean, you could customize this to be a little bit more, I would say, personal to that website itself.
Yes,
like
right. But basically, I would say to it, create for me a website for this coffee shop that I go to. They serve breakfast, lunch, as well as coffees. Can you make a website for me? This is a little bit of information about them, blah, blah, blah. Put it in. That's one prompt, right? So you've created your neighbor's website who doesn't have a website right now and allowed them to see what that would look like. I'm sure if they don't have a website, they want one. I'm sure they want one. There's nobody running a business. Yeah. Nobody running a business these days without web presence. So you walk
and
up
everyone
to
thinks it's pretty difficult.
Yes. It's simple.
Most business owners think that having a website is difficult, or hosting it is difficult, takes a lot of money. Well, not anymore.
Who hosts? If I create this website, who hosts it?
So Biela is able to host it itself. You just have to purchase a domain, and it's like a couple bucks a year, I believe.
We are giving a free domain also. So
we also
once you deploy, you have your free domain, and we are hosting your.
So basically, I can create the website. I can deploy the website with one button. Is that right? Just click deploy.
Exactly.
So now I've created a website. I've deployed the website. 3-4 years ago, who would have imagined I could create a website in under 30 minutes or under 40 minutes, right? In less than an hour, I have a website that's up and running for my business. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right?
Yeah, the power of the AI nowadays is insane. It's crazy what you can do with AI in these days. And it's all left to your imagination. If you have a creative mind, you're able to do all of this and more using AI. You just need to
phenomenal stuff.
Think outside the box a little bit.
No, great. All right, so back to what we're working on now. We're going to create two projects or two websites that sit in the dashboard, as well as the dashboard itself that allows us to be able to see the progress, allows people to make payments into the progress. It's an amazing idea for people that work on things like this, right?
Yeah, pretty complex.
I think, if I wanted something like this, this would be the perfect sort of template. Now, at the end of the show we're doing tonight, this template will be available to our users, right? I mean, within a week or less, we're going to have this perfected. We're going to have it up on the website for you to be able to download and use, right? So it is really something that we listen to our community. We listen to our users, and we create things that people really want to use, right? So this is one of those things.
Here we can see the template section,
Again, if I don't know how to design something, there's a template section where it says to me, what is your business? And in the template section, you can see down the left-hand side there's a list of different businesses with templates attached to those businesses. So I don't even have to design anything. I don't have to give it any ideas. I can go into the template section, pick a pre-chosen template, and from that template, design my whole business based on that template, right? How much easier is it going to get, really?
Yeah. It's so amazing, these features. And some of these were done on live streams that we did in the past.
They were done as projects, right? They were done as Thursdays with the devs, right? Welcome to Thursday with the devs. And these projects ended up here. So remember, if you have an idea, if you have questions and you want to see it worked out, leave a chat, leave a comment, contact us through our various channels. We have our Discord channel available on the website. We have our Telegram channel available on the website, as well as, if you're here watching us tonight, leave a comment and say, guys, I had this idea. What do you think about this? And we'll get back to you, and maybe we'll design your idea for you. We love to do things that people want to see. And if you're a part of our community and you have a question and you want it to be created, absolutely, by all means. That's why we're here every Thursday putting these ideas to work, right? To show you how simple it is for Biella to create these ideas for you. And remember, Biella is an AI that works like any other AI, but it creates things that are better than any AI that I've seen. And I'm not just saying that because I work with Biella. It's because I've tried to create a bunch of things over the last few months, in the last 6 months. What we can do and the websites that we create and the platforms and the dashboards and the amount of customization that I can do with Biella is simply amazing. So if you haven't had the chance to try Biella out, if I haven't said it once, I'll say it 100 times. Biella.dev, try it out. It doesn't cost anything, and who knows what you'll end up, designing. Sometimes you'll have an idea, and you know what? I don't know where to find that on the web. Maybe I can create that, right? A lot of times you'll have things that'll come out and be very important because it doesn't exist. And if I'm the one that makes it exist, then that becomes something for me, right? I mean,
I've had that dilemma before, yeah.
I'm sure Edison's mother was sitting around with candles in the dark and telling Thomas Edison, go light the candles. And he thought, if I could find a way to get rid of these stupid candles, I wouldn't have to get up out of bed, right? And we go back to that phrase, right? Necessity is the mother of invention. If I have a necessity, if I have a need, if I see a gap in the market, I can fix it. I can create it now. I can design it, right? Imagine if Thomas Edison had Biella. We wouldn't have just light bulbs. We would have had a million other things, right?
I think we would have lived on Mars right now.
There you go,
Probably.
right? Would be a little better than living in Dubai these days. I mean, it's hot here, guys. I mean, it's really hot.
Sorry for you, Adam.
There you go, right? I mean, in the winter, I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm sorry for you guys at that point.
Yeah, the winter.
Well, you're Canadian, aren't you? So I think
my Canadian blood, Theo, has thinned a lot living here, right? I don't think it can take the cold it used to, right?
Oh, really? You get accustomed to the weather, huh?
Very much so. And speaking of weather, I mean, I've seen Biella incorporate a lot of these weather apps now, right? Imagine you want to go out and do an activity, and I'm planning for an event, or I'm planning for something, and I want to incorporate the weather app. I don't have to design that weather app from scratch, do I? I mean, there are APIs available. There are options for Biella to incorporate those things. So don't forget, if a lot of that stuff that you think is quite complicated is actually quite easy for Biella to do, right? A lot of the ideas that you have are already sort of in APIs, and it's just a matter of bringing them into Biella and having Biella use them for your ideas and designs, right?
I mean, honestly, yes. Using this idea that you've given me, I have some dilemmas every single day because I'm kind of a tech enthusiast, so I just use my phone a lot, and every time I'm using an app, I'm thinking, I could make this a little bit better. I could improve this in a way to make it more geared towards myself, my own use. And this is kind of where Biella could come in handy. And I've actually done it before. Yeah, where you can implement your own features into an application, even a phone application, like an iOS app or an Android app.
Biella does that as well, right? Biella does that as well.
And you can tailor it to your own needs, exactly how you need it. You can ask Biella whatever you want, and it will be able to give you advice. For example, in the case of a weather app, you'd ask it, hey, how can I implement weather into my own app or website? And you're going to be able to use the plan mode here in Biella, and it's going to tell you, here you have a couple options. So you have, I believe, AccuWeather, which is paid. But there's also free ones like Open Weather, Open Meteo, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And that one's a really popular one that people use for all of their websites. I've seen it used a bunch.
And that you've mentioned something here that reminds me, you know what, to talk about that plan and build mode. Right? That plan and build mode is when I have an idea, but I haven't fully sort of fleshed it out yet. I don't know exactly how I want it to work. I can go into the plan mode with Biella, and Biella sort of walks me through my idea, right?
Yeah, it's actually used for a lot of things. So anything you can imagine, you can ask it or build it. So let's say you have an idea, or you have a prompt that you want to give to Biella to build, but it's not really fleshed out. It's not really full. It doesn't have all the technical details. You can give it in the plan mode to Biella and be like, please make a prompt from this that will allow me to create the project that I need. And Biella will be able to create the prompt itself from the information that you gave it to. And it's going to be able to create a really complex one with a lot of technical details and a lot of buzzwords, I would say, to make your project as fleshed out and as good as possible. And that's one of the ways you can use the Biella. You can use Biella's plan mode, but there's also a lot of questions you can ask here. Anything you can imagine, you can pretty much ask it.
Biella will still asking you till you give the right answers, right?
Prompt, basically, right? The full prompt. Yeah. So it will keep asking you questions.
Keep asking you till you want to do something. So when you are ready, or you think you need to start working or building it, you just have to change the build and say, let's build till now. So
yeah,
yes. So
it's going to give you the prompt,
build, right?
Yeah, it's going to give you the prompt, and it's going to ask you to switch to the build mode, and that's when you switch with this button, and then you say start or begin or proceed or anything like that. So
exactly, right? So that's how simple it is to use a tool like Biella, right? So again, I keep saying to the guys, if you've never been with us before, if it's your first time joining us, this is where you want to be. This is what you want to see. How you can use Biella so simply, so effortlessly and seamlessly, even if I've never done anything like this before, right? Biella walks me through the plan mode. I have a small chit chat with Biella in plan mode until I'm ready, until Biella says, all right, are you ready to build what we've talked about so far? Exactly. And then I just simply click from plan to build, and I can see what it's doing, right? It's really a tool that anybody can use these days. I mean, I'm quite shocked that anybody is even out there without a website when tools like Biella exist for free for people to use, right? Just register and try it out. Biella.dev.
That's true, yeah. Just to give another example of the, how people don't really know how to use AI. We had the rehome. Again, I'm bringing rehome back because it's such a funny...
Not getting paid.
Not getting paid, but it's really such a funny project because they had all the tools at their disposal. They had Google. They had all of these AIs. The technologies were already there. This happened like a year ago, mind you. So they had all these tools available to them, and they still spent like $4 million in this case, to design their website. And you really don't need even a fraction of that cost to design a website nowadays.
Not even the edge of a fraction, right? No, you're right.
Yeah, this is what Biella is used for nowadays. You can use Biella to construct your website for basically pennies on the dollar, and the quality speaks for itself, honestly. From the websites that we created for the clients, you see Maison Interiors and all the other projects such as the templates. They're all fleshed out, very professional.
Everything on our website is done with Biella, right? I mean,
that is true.
All right, so now Theo, what you've done now is you've added in the final prompt. Is that right?
Well, technically, it's not really the final one. I think we should.
The third. Yes.
Third. Yeah. I think we should probably get to the database section at least a little bit. But so far, let's actually verify what Biella was able to do in the meantime. So we have here a couple of changes that it did. So I believe we asked Biella to implement the client-facing side of the actual website. Mm-hmm. And we do have it in the project ledger here. Let's look at so again, we don't have the booking app, but let's go look at the Greenleaf website. So let's click on this. And we have the open preview. Again, we had that. Oh, we can actually set the stage. That's impressive. In review, they have all their rounds exhausted. Again, we have the access password, and we can hide it or see it, or reveal it or hide it. And then we have the client review link. So this is the actual link that's connected to Biela. So we have Biela here, Biela's link at the top that it's hosting this actual project on. And we can copy this, or actually open it. Yeah, okay, so we can open it inside Biela, and it's going to ask us to enter an access password. The access password is actually Greenleaf. And then we can click on Open My Project, and here we have it. So this is what a client will be able to see. Of course, we have the name of it. We have the rounds left for the feedback. We have an open preview button, which will open the actual website, I believe. Waiting on you, one change request to review. Okay, so we have used every feedback round included in this project. To approve the request below, more rounds must be purchased. That's impressive. Reply to your studio contact, and they will send you the details. Okay, so currently Biela thinks that it's going to be an email exchange or something like that, or a message exchange to be able to purchase more feedback rounds. But we're going to implement Stripe soon, so we'll see how that works out. I think Biela will be able to change it. We have the new menu section. 2 changes in this request. Add the new menu section split into breakfast, lunch, and pastries. Show allergen markers on every menu item. And then we click on request a new tweak. Send back to the studio, new menu section. They will follow up with you. Okay, so we did send it because we don't have the database connected, and it's not really able to check if we have more feedback rounds or not. But let's move on to the fourth prompt. So I have it copied here, I believe. Let's go ahead. Yep, we have it. So test approving. Okay, let's go ahead and fire it up and give it to Biela to see what it's able to create. And I'm not sure why it's invisible. But yeah, in the meantime, okay, so Biela is able to create it. Or what's this? Both the agency-facing project detail page and the client-facing approval page are now live. I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to send it. All right, there we go. Now we can send it. Now Biela is able to see it, and I think that was just the problem with my copy paste because I'm using Windows and it's a little bit buggy. But yeah.
Now that we've got that part finished, how is it going with the rest of the? Has it sort of designed it the way we've wanted it to?
So it actually did a couple modifications here. They're not really too visible in my opinion, but they are pretty important for what we're planning to build with this project. So we have the buy more rounds button here. It's currently not wired to pretty much anything, but it's actually pretty important that the AI knows that we have a buy more rounds button, and it's going to be able to implement a feature, a menu, and a page basically once we connect Stripe to it, and probably the Supabase database as well. So since we're talking about the Supabase database, let's actually go ahead and connect it. So yeah, as we said last time, we could use an existing Supabase database, but it's pretty much recommended that on every new project that you build, you create a new Supabase database, because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of changes like on a new project. Even if you had a similar idea, it's pretty much guaranteed that there's a couple things that won't line up properly with the database, and I would strongly suggest creating a new one when starting from scratch. But let's go ahead in the code, and we can also do this from the settings, but I'll try ahead from the code here. So we click on the connect database and then create a new Supabase database, and let's see what happens. Now we just wait for Biela to create it. Hopefully we'll see a prompt here in the chat, or at least a confirmation that the Supabase was created.
Yes, it's their app. Getting your
Awesome.
data.
All right, let's see. So I'll just copy the prompt from my step 5 or prompt 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully BL is still visible here.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so we have the Supabase tools here in the chat, and I assume it's doing a lot of, like last time we said, a lot of looking at the actual connection strings and connection passwords, usernames, stuff like that, and all the data that exists in the database, but currently it doesn't have any, so it's probably going to create a couple. For example, it's probably going to create the actual projects that we gave it, like the Maison booking app, the Greenleaf website, and the Maison storefront. So these are going to be put into the database once it creates it. But I'll also give it a prompt. So let's just put it in the chat here, and then we wait for this one to finish, and then we can give this one.
Yeah.
Let me read it for you guys to see that it's not really anything too complex. Now connect the real database so nothing is lost on refresh. Yeah, it's already going to be able to do that, but it doesn't hurt if you say it again. Move all the data structures, clients, projects, change requests, approvals, payments into Supabase tables with the right relationships. Migrate the current sample data into the database so the 2 clients, 3 projects, their change requests, rounds, and passwords are all stored there. Yeah, so it's important to save pretty much everything. It's actually a good idea to give to BLA once you connect your database a couple more informations, like for example, what you want to store in it. BLA will be able to correctly adjust. For example, it's going to create the stuff that you might want in your database, but it's never perfect. At the end of the day, it's an AI, and it has to guess what you want, basically. Most of the time, it's a good guess, but if you want some more information, for example, I don't think the passwords might have been saved, or their the preview links or something like that. Don't think those would have been saved if we didn't tell BL to. Load the dashboard, project pages, and client view from the database instead of in-memory data. Right? That's also important, but it usually does that. Keep everything working exactly as it does now. So I think we can wait a little bit for BL to finish coding the database and filling all the data in.
All right. So Theo, we talked about needing to lock this web page, right? I mean, if I go in as the customer, can I see everybody else's projects?
Well, actually, yeah, pretty much you'll be able to access the entire team's back end, or at least like the front end part where they can manage all the projects, and they can pay like all their payment information and stuff like that. So
look, we need a way to be able to individualize each of the users with a separate login, and for that we need to do something specific, don't we? Here, it's not as simple as just giving each one a separate login. It requires a little bit more work than that Biella has to do, right?
It is a little bit more complicated in theory, but I think Biella will be able to make it pretty quick, like pretty short work of this. I don't think we need to do a lot of prompting for this, because Biella is pretty smart enough to figure it out on itself, on its own. So let's
what does it
begin.
need to do? Yeah. What does it need to do?
Usually it needs to create, first of all, we need to create an admin dashboard, and as an administrators, we can create new users and the passwords, generate random passwords, okay, for them, and then generate the user view. But
all right, so that's what we're going to do.
To figure out everything and without giving that much prompt.
All right.
For that context.
Very nice. All right, let's go for it then. right?
Yeah, so I'll just send a prompt here. Please lock the dashboard behind usernames and passwords for the, I think we should call ourselves the users
The super team.
or the team. Yeah, perfect. The team behind the actual website. Leave the clients, websites, and slugs as they are. No need to change them.
All right. So this is adding a layer of security into it that
Exactly,
BL is
yeah.
able to do, right?
Yeah. So as we said before, here in the, I believe in the project ledger here in the all projects part, if we take a look at the Greenleaf website, we can see the client review link, and BL is
Wow.
actually asking me a question here. That's why it
Include
yeah,
the
refresh
sign up page, pre-create specific accounts. It should be the second one, pre-create specific account, because we don't want everyone to create and sign up, right? If
That
we
is
have
true.
a client, we give them the access as users, not everybody
Not-
can do this. It's not
Yes,
Instagram, right?
exactly.
Let's just do test@example.com for the first one, and then the second one should be actually no. Let's actually name
No,
it
user
after
one
us.
at test.com, user two at, or yes, like that.
Yep, like that, and then Adam at bl.dev, and then Theodore, at bl.dev.
But let's say who will be, for example, this is for the users, and we need to have one for admin also.
1, 2, 3, and also use an admin at biola.dev for the admin account. All right, that should be good enough. Let's continue. And yeah, I was talking about the all projects here. In the Greenleaf part, if we go to the, where is it? All projects, Greenleaf website, yes. So this client review link, as I said before, this is the actual link of Biela's project that we created in Biela here. So this Studio Ledger website is this one, plus the /access/pr-green-website, Greenleaf-website. So plus this, this is actually the access to the client's website, so they can actually open the client preview, and then with the password they can preview their own website and ask for feedback, or ask for feedback rounds, or purchase more feedback rounds, or ask for stuff. But if we refresh, as you can see, it goes back to the actual website. In this part, any client can access, anybody on the website can actually access this link. And yeah, that's the reason why we need to lock this entire website behind the password and the username. It's similar to maybe like an account or something like that.
Everybody gets to go into the bank, but not everybody gets to access your account.
Exactly. That's pretty much one of the best ways you can put it. So let's see what Biela can build here in the background. So it seems like it goes to the Supabase because that's where we connected first. Then I actually have another thing that we kind of should build. What do you think of this website in terms of like the design, Adam? Do you think that it's
I don't think it's intuitive. I like it. I like the idea behind it. But if you didn't tell me what it was, I don't think I could figure it out on my own, how to use it. So I would like a UI UX sort of review of it, because or audit of it, because when I the best thing about a website for me is when I go to it for the first time, is that I know where everything is and how everything works. Nobody needs to explain anything to me, right? So maybe an audit, a UI UX audit of this for a first-time user.
That's true, yeah. So especially considering that this is supposed to be a dashboard. It's supposed to be intuitive, easy to use, and currently it's not really that. It's more geared towards marketing, like a marketing person or something like that.
Yes,
Because
it's more for a specialist that knows
Yeah.
what to do. Whereas if I'm a first-time client and I want to use it, I want to be able to find out the information I want from the dashboard. So just make it a little bit more intuitive and first-time user-friendly, perhaps. But
yeah,
that's
so
just my 2 cents from the outside.
well, I think your 2 cents is actually worth a lot more money because it does accurately describe this website and what we need to do to it. So after the locking the account stuff is actually made by Biela, we'll be able to write the prompt in order to review the entire design of it and be able to modify it a little bit so that it fits in a bit better. And somebody, like for example, if you hire somebody new and you give them this website to
A first-time,
go
yeah, a first-time user, right? To optimize it for a first-time user.
yeah, so if you have a new hire, you're gonna have to spend a lot more time
Yes.
teaching them how to use this website in order for them
And
to actually know.
mistakes and losing money, let's say.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely, right? I mean, it's an operational cost where you're not using that person to do the work he was hired to do. You're using him to learn how to use the website. So
but in
there's
my
an
opinion,
operational cost.
I think this design does actually look pretty good. I mean, fairly,
It looks fine, but it's
it
it's it's
looks,
not intuitive to me, is what I'm saying, right?
yeah,
I like the way it looks very much. I mean, as a consumer, I would totally go for it, but it's not easy for me.
yeah. For a company, it wouldn't be too useful. But I think that's a problem from the prompt that we gave, not necessarily something that Biela did wrong or anything like that. Biela just built what we told it to build.
Biella,
So
yeah, Biella did what we told it to do exactly, right?
there we
And
go.
look
There
at
we
that.
go. I
It's
think
gone all the security's done.
I believe so. It should be done fairly soon.
Look
Let's
at
see
that.
what changed.
Hey, by the way, just off topic, at what stage are we going to be able to get the voice authentication where I don't need to remember passwords, where it just knows my voice as a voice signature, right? We've got
I
self-driving cars. I mean, I'm waiting for that.
I think I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen that before on the internet. I haven't seen anybody use. I think they're geared towards. I think they're trying to use the one-time passwords or OTPs now, or I think 2FA codes
And
more
still, you need
than
to have a phone and you need to have this.
yeah.
I want, a voice recognition. Everybody has a particular signature, their voice. Nobody sounds the same as anybody else. But I think the problem is that voices can be recorded much easier than anything else,
That's
right?
kind of a privacy nightmare for some people, in my
It's
opinion.
not just
But
a privacy nightmare. I mean, it's a security nightmare. If I can
yeah,
clone your voice with a simple recording, then it's not really that good a security feature.
yeah, exactly. Because nowadays, I think you can sample pretty much any voice out there and just
Yes.
build a natural
Yes.
sounding, artificially generated voice of a person with just a few lines
Yeah.
of text that they say
Anyway,
out loud.
off
Well, yeah.
topic, but just wondering.
Yeah. So let's actually try to log in with the work email and password. So I think the password that we put in is actually here in the chat. All passwords are password 123 because that's what I told it to do.
Don't forget this one will be a template. Okay, first of all. Second of all, you will not use Robert at biela.dev. You will
Yeah.
not use Adam at biela.dev. You will use your own one. So when you download your template and you will start working on it, you must connect to your Supabase. What is your you know how to do it, to your Stripe, to everything what you need to make it work. Okay, because
And just in case they don't, we do have plenty of videos up on the site on how to integrate Stripe into your projects. Right? We have multiple versions of that you can find.
having the template, it's easy. It's super easy to do it because you don't need to tell Biela to create everything again. So just connecting it and say that I changed the database, for example, if it doesn't recognize it or something similar.
Okay, so in the meantime, while you guys talked for a second there, I sent the prompt to Biela and I wrote it down. So it's a really simple prompt. It's just do a revision of the website. The current design of the website is geared towards a landing page, a marketing page. I asked for a dashboard, so please modify the website to make it look more like a dashboard. Obviously, we didn't tell it that from the beginning, but it's never too late to modify using Biela. It's super easy. So let's actually try and log into all of the accounts, so just to see that they work. And I believe all of the accounts are actually saved in the Supabase, so I don't think they're hard-coded or anything like that. Even if we do give this as a template, people will just be able to connect their Supabase, and Biela will be able to ask them what account they want to create as like the first one. Or I actually believe that Biela might be able to create one by itself, which is usually the admin account. I'm fairly certain that's something that happened in previous live streams as well. When we built admin dashboards, it automatically created an account so we can actually log in, usually a demo account. Even in mobile apps, so when we did mobile apps in previous live streams, it had created a demo account, which was hard-coded, before we actually connected Supabase to it.
We need to explain this also. The people have to be very careful with mock data or something like demo data, because it looks like it's real, but it's not. Okay, it's hard-coded, and don't think that you have already a password and everything without having a database. So you need to make sure that there is a database connection. It's really it's creating users and passwords, and then you will be sure that it's correct. Not like from the first prompt you'll have everything on the place.
Yeah, obviously it's a template, so of course if you get a template, you're gonna get a template. It's not fully built. You have to modify it to your needs.
Not just on a template, also on the brand new project what they will create.
Yeah. But just to tell again, explain exactly what a hard-coded piece of code or something like that is, hard-coded text or account. It's basically something that is put into the code manually, or in this case by the AI. It's not able to be easily modified. It's not something that's kept in a database. It's something that's directly into the website. So if you need to modify it, you have to modify the entire website basically for it. So you have to go into the code, to the website's code in order to modify the account. Yeah.
Yes, on the front.
These days.
Yeah. You have to go into the front end code in order to modify it, instead of going to your admin dashboard and adding an account there, or modifying the password there, or going into your database in this case in order to modify it. Because I think Supabase lets you do that nowadays. I think they have an authentication tab, which we could showcase, but I think people know what we're talking about. They have an authentication page where you can modify the account, email, and password and stuff like that. So that's not hard-coded. What is hard-coded is the one that's inside your code base. But yeah, let's see what Biela's doing here. So it's planning. It's doing a lot of reading of the pages that we need to do. Hopefully it's going to do a good job.
What did you ask it to do?
So I asked it to modify the entire look of this website so it doesn't look
okay. All right.
much,
This
of a marketing website.
The request of making it more perhaps user-friendly for a first-time user. Yeah, that's what we're doing here.
Well, I didn't tell it to be more user-friendly, to do it more user-friendly. I just told it to make it look more like a dashboard. Currently, it looks more like a marketing website, than a dashboard. But hopefully it knows what we're talking about. If not, we can give it another prompt and yeah. But I did, so I logged into Robert's account now, and it looks like it works. So I'm fairly certain Adam's account also works. So let's see, Adam at biola.dev. Hopefully this was the one that I did, but I'm not sure.
See if you know my password.
Of course I know it. I put it. I placed it. I gave it to the AI, Biola. All right, so it looks like it works as well. And now the admin account. Let's see, admin at biola.dev. And password 123. Obviously, you wouldn't have password 123 for an admin account. That's not very great.
And here we should change it also, I think, in my opinion, because it's the same view, right? The user and the admin can see exactly the same things.
But in your opinion, what should differ between an admin and a user account, specifically to this website?
Should see just his own
project
or
yeah,
and how it's going and what
the
is
admin
happening.
can see everybody. Yes, and the admin has super view.
But it looks like something changed, or am I think something changed while Biola was coding here. The revision is complete. It didn't really change the design much. It changed the layout more. But let's see what it did, because I think it's done. Okay, yeah, so I was right. It did modify the layout a little bit more than the design.
Ask it for a UI UX overhaul.
All right, let's see. So please modify the design, including the UI/UX, and do an overhaul, please. So it looks
if we are modifying
based on best practices.
If we are modifying, you can also say that the view of user and the difference, the view of the user and the admin.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Also modify the view of an admin to be different than that of a user account.
Mm-hmm.
They should be different because it should be different in a way that the admin sees all the users' data, all the team accounts, progress, and data overall, while the normal user / team member sees only their own project, only their own assigned project and data. Okay, and Adam, I think you mentioned something else about the design.
I just wanted a more user-friendly design, in the sense that I wanted to be able to find things more easily and intuitively.
Also change the font so it doesn't look so harsh, and
but look, it looks easier now, right? It looks easier.
It does.
An agency dashboard, and it's made it a little bit more easy to understand for me.
Yeah, it's a lot better, but I do think the font plays a key role in this, meaning I think it's a monospaced font. I'm not sure about this, or it's trying to mimic one at least, because so a monospaced font is one that has all of the letters as the same width, so they're all the same size basically, regarding like it doesn't matter which letter it is, they all have the same size. So I think it's trying to mimic one of those, and it's really hard to read. I usually use they usually use these kinds of fonts for like terminals or computer interfaces that are like, geared towards heavy use or something like that. But this is a dashboard website. I think it's not really supposed to do this. Pretty harsh on the eyes, in my opinion. So I did tell you to change the font so it's more user friendly and it's not as harsh, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah, there's also a little bit of overlap here, but I believe this is because of it was because of the zoom. So I was way too zoomed in and nothing was really aligning too well, but hopefully it's able to match a
Let's
little
see
bit
what
now.
we get now. You
Yeah,
run it already?
I did send it
All right.
to Biela, so hopefully it's able to finish it fairly quickly so we don't have to sit around too much. In the meantime, do you think we should talk a little bit about the content studio? I mean,
We talk
I
about
think
the content studio. It's very important. The fact that the content studio is allowed to create images for you that are not copyrighted in any way. They're your images and they're based on your thoughts and your design, right? And it's
yeah.
able to do that using the AI that's attached to what?
So it's an AI attached to, I think you mean like Nano Banana, which is like a
Yeah.
model from
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah.
So it's one of the top models used by companies nowadays. I think you guys might know it. If you're in the AI scene here, Google released this AI model called Nano Banana. It's a pretty funny word, but it's one of the most powerful image generation models out there.
And by image generation, basically, it will create any image I ask it to create and not have to worry about any kind of copyright, right?
That is true. So I think it's pretty much powerful. So what I would use the AI media studio or the content studio from Biela for would be, let's say I have a storefront where I sell some products. But unfortunately, I don't really have time to go and take pictures of all of my products. Or I have a couple pictures of my products, but they're not that well made. They're made on my phone, or the background is not professional, or something like that. So it doesn't look too enticing. Let's say you have some cookies for sale, right? They don't look that great if you don't take them in a good lighting or anything like that. So, if you take it in like blue light, it's going to look pretty grayish. The cookies are not going to look that great. But what you can do is you can upload your image that you took on your phone of your cookies. So using this button here in the content studio, you click on the AI Media Studio button, and then you click on this attach media button, which is this plus button here. I can actually zoom in a little bit. So once you click on this, you'll be able to open the image that you took on your phone or any other image.
My gray cookies, for example.
Exactly, your gray cookies, and you'll be able to ask Biela or Nano Banana in this case to modify these images that you took on your phone to look more professional, more enticing users to actually purchase your cookies.
So it's basically, it's taken the photo, my photo, it's optimized my photo. So it doesn't even have to create one from scratch. I've already given it the base that it needs to work from, and it's just made it better.
I'm obviously just giving an example here. It can actually create images from scratch. I'm just giving an example that's more, I think, user-friendly in this case, because I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. When you take a picture of some food that's really good at a restaurant and then you send it to your friends, for example, they're most of the time going to be like, what are you eating there? That doesn't look that great. But, and I think everyone's hit this scene before. But yeah, this is what you can use the content studio for. It's you can sell your products, even if you have no pictures or if you have some lower quality ones, you can upload them here and modify them. And I do believe you get a couple free images to try out if you have a fresh account, a new account signed up on BL.dev. So let's see what BL was able to create now. I think it's currently still building a little bit. Okay. In the meantime, I think we should take a small peek at the rest of the changes that it was able to create. For example, the layout of things, because I'm not sure it's going to create the layout or recreate the layout. I think it's just going to modify the visual aspect of it a little bit.
So if I'm a client here, if I'm Greenleaf Cafe, can you show me what I see?
Okay, so for sure. Let me find it. So this is the Greenleaf Cafe website, and I need to client access. Okay, this is the client review link. Okay, password gated, copy link, open client. Okay, so this is the actual page that the client will be able to see. So you'll give the link, you copy the link, then you paste it to the client, and this is what they'll see when they enter the website. It's an access password it needs an access password for the clients to actually enter it. So you'll just copy the password from the admin dashboard that you saw previously. If I refresh, I'll just go back, but yeah. So you'll just copy the password and give it to them, and they'll be able to enter it here. In this case, it's green leaf. And then you click on open my project. And this is basically what the clients will be able to see.
Nice.
They'll be able to open the preview. We can also make it so that we can customize the link. So in this case, these are hard coded. Again, I'm using this word, but yeah, these are hard coded into the actual project. But we can make it so that we have an admin dashboard that lets us modify these links as we go. So if you're a developer watching this, you might know that sometimes the links change and deployment links get modified a little bit. So yeah, it's important to have it flexible so you can change it.
Okay. All right. So we see that now it's created our new sort of interface here for the dashboard. It's a little bit easier to use, easier to understand, right? And this is what I had asked for initially, right? For something to be a little bit more intuitive and user friendly. I think Biella understood the task, right? Understood the project, user friendly, and there it is, right?
Yeah.
So just to sum up before we go, this is a project that Biella had created for us. It was something that you could take a business that you were running for clients. You were creating, in this particular case, you were creating websites for clients, but I mean, you could be creating anything. And as the admin, you could keep track of all those changes that were going on in the various projects you had as clients. As well, the client could see the changes that were going on live during this process with their administrator. And the best part of this that I really liked was the client was limited in the number of changes he could make. So I could make 5 requests. After 5 requests, I had to pay for any other requests, right? And the worst thing you'd find for developers and for project managers or for anybody sort of running something, that the client every 5 minutes sort of pipes in and goes, can you change that? Can you make the font bigger? Can you do this, right? This is the type of program that you've developed here where you could manage all of that, right? And
I think pretty much every graphic designer or programmer has at least
everybody who's worked on a creative project has seen something like this. So this is a great project. Remember, it will be available on the biella.dev website very soon, if not this week, for sure in the next week or two, right? It's a great project. You know where to find it. The guys did a great job. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Biella, for making this all as painless as can be, right? So thanks for joining us for another Thursday with the devs. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.